Hello. I figured I'd start a couple minutes early, just say hi to everybody. Let's see, we got KJ, we got VMC, we got AG. He guessed 40 and a Pepsi Zero. Jim Thompson, greetings from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Ron, KFG, welcome. First time here, glad to see you. So what we're doing is I have a drink list right here of cold pop I have. And I've already got it out. So you can put in what you think I am drinking and also the oldest nickel or coin that is in the box. If you win, you get your name on a wheel of names from throughout the night. You don't have to be present to win, but you do have to email me if you are chosen. So you'll have to at least go back and watch that back. And then I give you a chance on that, everybody from throughout the night. And also there's other giveaways, but for example, this is one of them you could win. It's a Merc Dime. I've got all kinds of other ones. For example, a COVID one. So I give you a list of everything that you can choose, and you can do that. And then Jim Thompson explained that. I didn't even see it. Thank you, Jim. Jim is one of our moderators. He's in blue. Anybody in blue can obviously help out. Coin Cody, welcome. Brian Robinson, hello. Smoker, welcome. Garrett, welcome. Joseph Wells. $74 Deeds. Jimmy Lacari. Chris H. Sprite 039. Hey, New Marshall. This is a box for New Marshall tonight. Garrett says Barks 39. BMC Starry 36. KJ Coconut 40. $74 Shirley Temple 7-Up and 26. Got Dr. Pepper Cherry 039 for Brian. Okay, 39. Let's see, Fanta Orange 36 for Jim Thompson. Jimmy says Fresca Peach 38. New Marshall Pepsi Cherry 30. Tim Ivins, welcome. Mountain Dew 0. If you want to guess a year, you're welcome to. Smoker is Shirley Temple 0 and 39. Lyle Okamoto, welcome. You put Orange 038. Tim Ivan says 1940. Gatita, welcome. Pepsi 038. Ron says Mountain Dew 0. If you want to put a year in, you're welcome to. What you think is the oldest coin in the box. Joey Brown, welcome. What this is I have a drink list, so you can guess what you think I'm drinking. I've already got it out. So if you guess correctly, your name goes on a wheel of names from throughout the night, and a chance to win an extra prize. Gatita, yes, I got yours. Ron says 50. So, just a second to write this down. So you put what you think is the oldest coin in the box. It can be a foreign or regular one, Buffalo, V, whatever. So you put down what you think is the oldest coin. At the end of the night, everybody that had the correct soda, pop as I call it, and also whoever got the oldest coin correctly or closest to it gets their name on the wheel. And then at the end of the night, we spin the wheel. We also do guessing throughout the night, and you don't have to be present to win, but you do have to send me an email if you are a winner. So you have to at least go back and watch that last little bit. Bellows, welcome. Black Cherry 38. You got some good guesses, all the way from 26 up to 40, no, 50. We do usually find 50s and 40s. Coin Cody, welcome. Captain Vic, Pepsi 041. Coin Cody says Mountain Dew 038. Joey Brown, Pepsi 0 Cherry 38. And the rounds, just, I give you a whole list of stuff you can choose from. Like, for example, this is a COVID-19 2020 pandemic survivor. I've got replica ones, like a seated. I've got all kinds of different things. Joseph, my guess was 16. Okay. Did I get your drink down? Because I must have forgot to write that down. What was your drink, if you had one? Because I didn't see yours, I guess. But you're going old. You're going one of the early Buffaloes. Dr. Pepper Cherry. Okay. The oldest we found is a that dated Buffalo nickel was 1914. So we have had some old ones. We found a 1919. Haven't found a V nickel, but let me, yes, pull up the finds box. There we go. Whoa, I don't want it huge. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, it's better. BH will probably not be on. He emailed me and said that his power went out last night at 3 a.m. and they're not expecting it to be on until about 11 tonight, his time. So that will be in approximately 2.5 hours if it's as planned. So BH is another one of our moderators, but he is not in because of that. So just let you guys know. We do giveaways at 25 likes, 50 likes. We haven't hit a 75 like, but we're working on it. On Saturday, yes, probably so, Jimmy. Saturday was a special day for me. Hunted a box of quarters, and after all the years of searching, my first ever silver quarter found in the wild. 1964, 90%. First one since I've ever started hunting. I found silver dimes, I found silver nickels, found silver half dollars, but never a silver quarter. So that was an extra giveaway that night. Whenever I hit like a milestone, something like that, like if we hit 75 likes, I give extra giveaways. I know we'll hit 25, so that's not a problem at all. Yes. 38D and a 16D. Wow. Nice box, Brian. Quada. Yes. Like I said, I've hunted all the boxes I've ever hunted. Never have found a silver quarter. So that was kind of cool. My son opened the roll and he's like, I can't remember if he said, I think we got one or something like that, but he pointed to it and I'm like, oh. At first I was thinking, no, it's got to be a 4, and I started looking at it closer. I'm like, no, that looks like a regular one. So 25 likes, okay. Ron, let me get you some points so you can do some gambling and stuff. If you subscribe, you get extra points also. But you now have some points. It makes you be in the chat for like 5 minutes before it allows you to start accumulating points. But if you subscribe, you get an automatic entry, extra points. So exclamation GAW for your new guys. Just type that in, as you can see Chris Helms did and everybody else. That gets you into the drawing for one of my rounds. And everybody is available for that. Just a reminder, if you win a GAW, an exclamation GAW giveaway, that's the only one you can win in the night. You can still guess and play games for the wheel, and the wheel is separate, but a exclamation GAW win is 1 per person. Hey, John Chums. If we get a special, giveaway thing, then I let people know that you can get in on that too. But like, for example, Saturday it was that silver quarter. Jim Thompson. I've had a few win a couple times in one stream. Looks like we got 21 entered already. Got about a minute and a half left. Juan Huyn. Yes. For anybody that's come in, you can guess your drink that I have and what you think is the oldest coin in the box. Yeah, double winners saves on shipping. It doesn't cost too much for an extra to send an extra round, but I don't want to just have it more people win. You can always have me save them up and then send them later too. So Fanta Orange 34. Hey, welcome, Drafty. You are no longer crafty. You are now drafty. Hey, Mike Schlaze. Exclamation GAW going on. 35D, alrighty. Mike Schleiss, Fresca Peach 40. John Shum, did you guess a drink? I don't think I saw it if you did, so. Let's do, looks like giveaway has ended, so let's go over to the screen. Sprite 0, okay. We had 22 people. Our winner is going to be Captain Vic. You've won before, but you know what to do. So congratulations. I can get you that list like usual. There's a few that need to be updated, but for the most part, they're still on there. And I can email you that one, and then of course at the end of the night we go through some of the rounds, so you're welcome to wait until then also. But let me make sure my scope is turned on. It is not. There we go. Sometimes it likes to do that. Hey, Fervid. All right. Any last guesses for drink and year? If you have not done so, I'll give you about another 30 seconds, and then we will go on from there. I was going to say the first bit was always saying hi and putting everybody's drinks and stuff, so. No one? Anybody? Okay. I believe we had 2 winners tonight. Shirley Temple 0, 7-Up. And I had down 74 Deeds got it, and Smoker got it. So your guys' name goes on the wheel. Just a little bit late on that one, Yanabon, however you say it. But you can still get in on the oldest coin of the box if you want to throw that in real quick, because I haven't opened it yet. So if you want to throw what you think is the oldest coin, let me know. I think I've got one of those, Captain Vic, so if not, I will let you know. 1941, okay. I keep wanting to call you Cinnabon, but that's not what it is. Scott Bighouse, welcome. 1942. If it's your first time here, Mark Spafford, welcome. We're guessing what you think is the oldest coin in the box. And if you guess correct, you get your name on the Wheel of Names through the night. And you do not have to be present to win, but you do have to email me if you are the winner. Everyone on live chat, yes, thank you. I forgot to do that. Now I am on live chat. So I've got years from AG74, Bellows, Captain Vic, Chris Helms, Coin Cody, Crafty Dragon, Garrett, Gatita, Jim Thompson, Jimmy Lucari, John Chum, Joseph Wells, KJ, Lyle, Okamoto, Mike Schleiz, New Marshall, Smoker, Tim Ivins, VMC, Brian Robinson, Ron, KFG, Joey Brown, Yanabon, I'll just call you Yanabon, Scott Bighouse, and Mark Spafford. Those are the ones that I have years down. So, if I didn't read your name, throw it on real quick. It's another one of these like super glued bellows. All right. I'm sure I missed a few in there. That's why I like to kind of go. Oh, yep, I had bellows. I don't know why I didn't say your name. Focus. Let's see if we have any good enders. And we got some pretty good old looking ones there. So hopefully that will be what we have. It must have one of those autofocus blurry things, but hopefully this is for New Marshall. We've got him tonight, Thursday, and next Monday. I'll let you on there, Thomas, because we just barely opened the box, so. And let me just see here. Scott Bighouse, let me get you some points, because you came in. Make sure you be in the chat for about 5 minutes before they let you start getting points, unless you subscribe, and then it automatically gives you some points. And of course, I'll pull out all the 2024s, 2009s, all the 64 Denvers to look for D over Ds, 63 Phillies to look for triple die reverse. Anything from the 50s or older. And we've already pulled out our first find. Come on. There we go. Hopefully we'll pull some good stuff. We do have the Bounty in 1894. I think you're a little off there. Usually the ones that I put up there are finds, which would be 50s or older usually, just to be aware of that for those that are new. Well, John Chum is not going to win. If you want to retract it, you're welcome to. this is going to be at least a 1938 up through 59 if it's one of the regular fines. So, because it's not a V nickel or a buffalo nickel. Now you're not going to be the closest. So yep. Oops. There we go. That is correct. If you want to change it bellows, you're welcome to. All right. I think that's probably good enough time. We'll see some stop signs come up, but when you see those, that's when I flip it. I don't know if we've got that going on yet. Bellows 62. Okay, we've got a 1959. Let me get that on the board. And my fines box disappeared again. Deeds at 58. Thank you. Makes it easy when everybody always goes back and finds them for me. So roll one, already have one find. Hopefully here soon I'll be able to do memberships. I'm getting quite closer. Takes a week for the numbers to update, but once those do, after Saturday's stream, I'll be at, I think it's about 2,700 hours. So, working on that. Hopefully I didn't show the year there. If I did, let me know. Hey, Make Believe, welcome. And if I've missed anybody as you come in, I apologize, but it's one of those things, trying to do coins and chat and move screens and everything. Sometimes I don't see everything that goes on. Yeah, usually 59 is going to be the oldest, or the newest, I should say. Usually. Probably 99.827% of the time. So if you do have a guess and you decide you want to guess something else, just retract the one that you had and put the new number in. So that's one thing about it, is people in here try to help others and say, well, can't be those years. So if I pulled out all the interesting ones to do date guesses, that would take like literally all night. So that's why I usually do just any of the finds. Get your last guesses in. I'm unwrapping this roll, and then I think I'll probably flip it. We've had a roll to guess. You should have enough time. In this one, we now have our oldest. Is that a 46 or a 40? I think it's a 46, but let's do this. Yeah, 46. So we now have our oldest. Nice. 2 in 1 roll. Very nice. All right, let's see. We got 4 winners. Okay. Brian, Cody, KJ. I'm assuming Brian R. And Joseph. I think that's the only Brian we have in here tonight, but I know we've had a couple different Brians before. So Brian R, Cody, KJ, and Joseph. There you go. Thank you, everyone. That makes it so much easier when everybody puts it up there and other people verify it's the same one. Because I've missed it before, where I'll not see someone just from the way the name or whatever sits in the chat. It just blends in with everything, and so yeah, the one night I was doing other ones, and I think we ended up with almost all the guesses that night were like 1964s. That's why I was like, yeah, I think we'll just do finds from now on. Sometimes if I pull the coins out and like back like this, I'll look, because it looks like, you know, you might have an older one, and I don't want to give it away. There's a 64 Denver. So that one's going off to the side to check later. I do have all the gauze from last week and stuff. I've got, I think, 6 or 7 of them ready to go out tomorrow. I've got a couple of packages. I've got AGs and David. He bought some 5-ounce rounds. VMC, I've got yours. Right here, but I haven't got it done yet. I still got to get it taped up and everything. So Hey, Joe Minnick. So it's one of those that that was your hunt, some giveaway, 5-ouncer, I believe. So we had a few different things. So it would not fit in my regular one, so I'm going to use a box. New Marshall's going to be getting a pallet here because he's got 3 hunts. And on that, I usually save them until all 3 are done. Instead of sending 3 different packages, I just combine them all into one. So I haven't forgot about you, VMC. I don't know why I didn't send it earlier when you had your hunt, but well, we got a pretty good slicky here. I think I'd set it off to the side because I was going to put your other stuff in it, and then I just forgot to send it. But I've got that extra thing in there for you. Had asked you about. There's a lot of good guesses going on. Looks like everybody's going in the 40s except for Garrett and New Marshall. And I remembered to clear out the tip ticker. I think I did that last time, but there's a couple times I left them on by accident, so. Alrighty. Anybody else getting in? Get your last guesses in. I'll let you in the Yenam bun. Is a 41. So we now have our oldest of the box in 1941. Let me get that on the board. We're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls and just working on my 6th. Let's see, there we go. Bellows, Jim, and Smoker. All right. And Crafty, okay. Captain Vic. So we had a bunch of people, it looks like. So I have Joseph, Bellows, Jim, Smoker, Crafty, and Captain Vic. And 6 people. There you go. Just a few. Sometimes on those, it's like, you know, it's going to be either a tricker. Because I had one night, it was in like a 41 or something like that, and it looked like it would have been 58 or 59. That's what I would have guessed. But when I flipped it, I was like, whoa. We've had dateless buffaloes. We've had dated buffaloes. We had one that was in pretty good. It had a full horn and tail on it. It was a 1919, I think. I'm sure most of you saw Pa's message that his mom passed. He put a post on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got 4 finds and we're only on roll 7. Once we do our guesses and we flip it, just because right now it would clog it up if we did, but you can do exclamation me and it will put your link up. So if you provide content and need subscribers, but hopefully we just do it after so it doesn't get people's guesses lost in everything. Looks like we have 28 viewers and nice. I'm showing 32, which probably means 33 likes. I've got about 10 more coins in this roll, and then we'll flip it. I think everybody's probably in. Another 1941. And I just dropped it. And I just found it. Come on, focus. Let me get this one on the board. We now have 3 from the 40s. That one was a lot better condition than the other 41. Oh yes, I forgot to do that. I got busy picking up the coin and forgot. Joe. Just one? There we go. There's pause link, but if you guys want to throw your own up there, exclamation me, you're welcome to do that. We do have different commands. We have our games. You can do slots, you can do gamble, you can do adventure, 8-ball. We do have the bounty available. Are you joking, PogChamp? Oh, and duel. I forgot duel. Oh, I guess it's heist, not adventure. I can never remember what it's called, so I just call it adventure. So the trifecta, if you haven't been in here, know what that is. It is if you find a V nickel, a buffalo nickel, and a war nickel all in the same box, you get a shield nickel. It is a coal one, but hey, it's still shield. You can still see part of the shield on that one. Don't know if you'd find a date. And then on there you can see the 5. So just a little bonus if someone ever hits it. Just looking at something. I thought I put a new payout with a V for a V nickel, but it disappeared. Was planning to go into work, but I actually got some sleep and didn't wake up until about 11:30. So I just figured, I'm not going to worry about it. This is roll 10. Yeah, I actually got a little bit. That's why when I woke up, I was like, well, by the time I get ready and I go in, it's going to be noon. I'm only going to work for a few hours and come home. Some of the stuff I need to do, they probably don't have available because most of the people aren't there. So that's why I was like, I just won't worry about it. Because I figured since I never sleep, I would have probably been awake a lot earlier. But I guess I finally caught up a little. And I got a little less sleep over the weekend because I had my kids extra. Hey, Fleabag. And they had, my daughter had a friend sleep over, and then they went to a basketball game one night, and just a few different things. All right. Let's finish this one up because we've got a good one coming up. A 1957. I can guarantee you this is not a 1957. Get that on the board. And let's see. Emmeline, Dominic. Awesome. So this will have to be somewhere between a 1913 and a 1938. $36, and there goes my drink guess completely. Yeah, but you could still... Well, no, because if it's a 38, then we have some that hit it exactly, so... I didn't even see that one. It was just like I was going through, and then I saw it face up, and I was like, huh. And then we get another one out of this roll to guess. We'll let you finish up guesses for this one, and then we'll flip it and choose guess on the next one. Got about 5 coins left. There we go. And I can already put this on the board. You can see it's a 36, but there you go. $36 out of Philly. And there's yet the next one. Several 36s. Sweet. Oops, wrong screen. Let's see, 36. VMC. KJ. Jimmy. Jim Thompson. Brian R. Vic. So I had VMC, KJ, Jimmy, Jim, and Brian R. and Captain Vic. Hopefully that was everybody. If I missed you, please holler at me. Oh yeah, I forgot. You had the number in there, but then you had that, so you are correct, Garrett. Thank you. No, that's okay. I just was looking for the numbers and yours was at the beginning. So, no biggie. I'm not even going to spank you. But if you're wanting me to spank you, then that's probably a little bit weird of a problem. Maybe he needs a good spanking. Maybe so. Yeah, that's not this channel. Sorry. All 38 in a few weeks. Too old for spankings. Got enough of those as a kid. Spank? Waiter, check. Yeah, my daughter wanted to do some things, and then she ran off with her friend again, and so I was like, okay. And then my son ended up helping out, and that was always nice. Alrighty, I think we're probably, everybody's in there. It is a 1939, but if you noticed, it's a filly. Unfortunately, because a 39 Denver and a San Francisco are both key dates. Get that on the board. And I do keep like buffaloes separate from the 30s. That's why when I have my stat sheet, Joe and Joseph. Garrett. Oh, Joe. Okay. Joan. So that's why when you see my stat sheet that I track, that's why I have 30s non-buffalo and 40s non-war, just to keep them separate. And these were last year's totals just since September when I started live streaming. So there you go. 10. So this is roll 12 right now, and we've already got what 7 finds. Make that 8. $20.24. Yeah, that one was pretty good looking. The majority of my finds are usually going to, not like the old ones like that 39 or something like that, but the like 2009s and 2024s are almost always going to be Denver. I do not find many fillies. I don't know if I've even found a filly of either of those. It's a great box. Yes, it is. I label my boxes of the date I picked them up. And this one was a Christmas Eve. 12/24. I don't usually worry about which bank it is because they get them from the same truck. Because the Loomis driver does both of the bank and the credit union there. So it doesn't really matter if I label what bank or credit union, but I'll have to see what those other dates. Last time I picked up boxes, the bank had ordered me a couple extra and credit union gave me a couple, and so I was able to pick up 4 boxes on that trip, which is nice. I told them, I said, I would like to pick up 4 each, because they only get them bi-weekly, and I told them, if you can get 4, that would be great. I said, because I go through 2 of them a week. Yeah, I've heard some people are starting to be able to get them again, but so far mine have not been able to. But I've heard some of them are starting to be able to order. It seems, from what I've heard, it's Loomis that was not doing them anymore. Because I know other hunters used Garda and the other one. And they can usually get at least a box or 2. But everybody that I've corresponded with that gets theirs from Loomis were cut off. Mine were cut off in September. Brinks, that's the other one. Oh. And it could maybe depend on the area too. But yeah, like I said, the ones that had Loomis all started getting cut off in about October. Mine started cutting off in September. September was the last time I was able to pick up, and so that's why I had to change the options to being able to have a penny pack. Since I had all the stuff to do pennies, but not the coins. An 81 proof nickel, nice. You got a good box going. 4 buffaloes and a proof. And if I end up getting off screen, just holler at me, because sometimes oh, and a key date, that's right. It seemed like there was something else, but I was like, I don't know, I can't remember. I hunted those halves on Saturday, and that was just complete crap. Out of 2 boxes, the one had, what was it, 70 something NIFCs, and the other box had like 16 or something. That's all there was. So I've got to go through them all, and if there's any that can fill or update any of mine, because I've been making need a few to finish a couple sets for my kids, and then any of the others I'll put together and be able to sell to people. I know AG wants to get some, so hey David, I have your package ready to go out in the mail tomorrow. It's all packaged up, and thanks Joey, appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully you'll have the bell notifications, so when I do stream you'll be notified. But yeah, I have yours and AG's going out, and I'll finish up VMC's tonight. New Marshals won't be for a couple weeks, because he's got this one in Thursday and next Monday. I think my first opening isn't until February 9th. Let's see, New Marshal 22nd and 26th. William E's the 29th, I believe, and then 2nd and 5th. So, yep, the 9th is my first opening. And I did find out that my witch pumpkins, what I thought were 5-ounce rounds, actually were 3-ounce rounds. Okay, sounds good, David. And it's one of those, hopefully, some nights I might be able to do, a couple of them or something, or an additional night, like maybe an extra one on a Tuesday or something. Because Tuesdays I don't usually have much going on. Which I could do. Because I could do Tuesdays also. Have to be on call this weekend. I'm already dreading it. But this weekend might be the first one where, because they hired a guy to work just Saturday and Sunday, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the ER, and I think he might be able to start that now. He started training last week. Got a 63 Philly, so we can look for a TDR. And in the meantime, I need to look at something and can't use my microscope. I think that works. Got another one to guess after this one. Hey Otis, thanks for coming, dropping in and running. Appreciate it. Let you get the last of the guesses in because we got another good one coming up. $19.58. Get that on the board. Let's see who got it. Quite a few 58s. We got Fleabag, Chris Helms, Joseph, Fleabag, Chris H. and Joseph, and was there another one? Yeah, Fleabag, Chris H. and Joseph is what I see. And I had to use my phone to see if I can make it out. But if I switch to the microscope, then I can't show because you guys would see it. Thomas Pick earlier date than 38. That's Jefferson nickel. But 38 was part buffalo, wasn't it? Or am I just thinking wrong? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was 13 to 38. I will give you a hint, it is not a 1939. In case if you were wondering. Alrighty. I think it's probably good. I'm going to go to the scope. To me, that looks like a 25. So get that on the board. So that is now the oldest. We've got 2 buffaloes. And that was another one out of the roll. Just looking for... There we go. A 24 and 26S. Okay. That's what I thought, but... And I got to go up and see who was the winners on those. 25. We had a 26. Looks like just the 20. Oh, someone already said deeds. So there you go. We're going to have lots of names on the wheel tonight, I think. This will be 11 finds, and I'm just opening roll 20. $26. Yep, right now you are 1 off. No one else has a 25 or a 24. The only one that could beat you is if we pull a 17 or older. Because Joseph guessed a 1916 is the oldest. I made that one. So I was like, yeah. This one isn't as exciting as the buffalo was. But I'm going to flip it. 54. Another from the 50s. 50s have taken the lead. Let's see. Brian R. was exactly on. 74 was exactly on. Joseph was exactly on. There you go. But it's one of those that your name can be on the wheel once and you can win. We had that the other night. Your name can be on the wheel a dozen times and not win. But having your name on the wheel gives you a better chance of winning the more you have on there. All right, out of 20 rolls, we had 11 finds. Two buffaloes, a 30, some 40s, a 50s, and 24. I just don't want you to see me hunting coins, so I'm just going to keep putting coins up that you can guess so that this is all off to the side. Yeah. Just copy these on it. Missed a few by a few decades. Yeah. Oh, I still got some down there. Let's see. Just finishing up this roll, so you got about 10 coins left, and then I'll flip it. Should have plenty of chance to get that in by now. There we go. 1957. We had a few people exactly on it. Joe, Cap Vic, Otis, Emmeline. And I'll throw KJ because I didn't see. Joe Minute, Cap Vic, Otis, Emmeline, and I'm going to throw KJ on there. '19 always throws my brain off. Yeah. Because when you used to just having the last two and then you have one that has the full date, it's like, wait, what? Yes, it would be good to have a war nickel. Yeah. I thought this was an old one, but it's a 74 that's all beat up. I thought it said 54. But we'll see. And let me see. Gotta write something down here. Let's see. All right. Ow. Had to write that down before I forgot. Let's see. We've had 139 people pass through. Even though I got a bunch of sleep and I'm still tired. National Championships. Oh, nope. I'm not. Now, if you notice the mint mark, that's a 55? No, it's a 53. I thought it was a 55 at first. But it's only a 53, I'm pretty sure. Let's do scope it and find out. I think it's a 53, but it threw me off. I thought it was a 55. Yeah. Because a 55p would be a semi-key date. Fleabag and Crafty. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a... When I looked at it, I was like, I think it's a 55, but... Once I saw it, it was like, no, dang it. So I was hoping we'd get some more good stuff like semi-key dates and key dates. And... The 50s have pulled ahead. The 40s started off strong, but... So on Friday when my daughter had her friend over for a sleepover, I was thinking, what can I make that's easy? So I made pizza dough and went and... No, Saturday. No. Yeah, it was Friday night. So I made pizza dough. I have a quick rise recipe that only takes like a half hour to proof and stuff, and then I cut them three. I cut that into three and rolled it out for them and let them make their own pizzas. And her friend kind of looked at me, and I'm like, "Have you not made a pizza before?" And she's like, "No, at my grandma's." I was like, "Okay, well." Kind of showed her how my daughter was doing it, and I said, you just take it and you move the sauce around with like the back of the spoon, and you put a little cheese on, and you put whatever toppings, and she ended up putting a couple different toppings and cooked her and my daughter's, and then the other one was a little bit more dough because I knew they weren't going to eat all of it. So the other one I had let my son make, and then we just shared it. Yeah, I add seasonings in the dough. You can't have just plain dough. You got to have, like this one, just doing it quick. I threw garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian seasoning in. But if I make it for myself, I make it with chipotle powder. So they thought it was fun. Then, of course, they wanted to set up the tent in the other bedroom, so I was like, sure. So I let them set up the tent and see if it stays this time. Thank you, KJ. Hey, NC. I mean, you could be the closest if it was like, say, 42 and no one else guessed a 42. Let me check. Yeah, I sent sold some stuff on eBay, and I sent it out on the 15th, and it still has not been scanned into the system. As I dropped it off, and it's a good thing I emailed the person that bought it, and I said, just so you know, my local post office, being rural, does not scan everything like they should usually. So the first time you'll see it appear on your tracking is, it'll be in Las Vegas. And it's been 4 days and Las Vegas still hasn't even scanned it. Henning nickel. See, this one's a 55, but unfortunately it's a Denver. Dang it. Anybody with 55? We got a 54, 56, 54, 54s. Looks like 54s and 56s. So Cap Vic with 54, New Marshall with 54, Garrett with a 54, 74 with 56, Fleabag with 54, Smoker with 54, Mike Schleiz, so there you go. Captain Vic, New Marshall, Garrett, 76, Fleabag, Smoker, and Mike S. Oh, Thomas Wells, thank you. Don't know how I missed him. Sorry, Thomas. I'm bad. Putting you on as Thomas W. I don't think we have any more Thomases, but Just in case. Hey, JC. New Marshall is having a fantastic box. Buffaloes have been dated. I didn't even know I was on the list. I'm just guessing now. Well, that's all it is a guess. Sometimes you can guess and be completely off thinking it's got to be this. Like you guess, 42 or something because it looks so old and it's a 58. Or you think, man, that's way too good. So you guess a 56 and it's a 41. Got to get Grandma to do the guessing. Hey, it's not considered cheating because anybody can watch and guess. Jimmy and Flea. I don't know about Jimmy. I had Captain Vic, New Marshall, Garrett, 76, Fleabag, Smoker, Mike S, Thomas, and W. So, Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. I missed you. Thank you, New Marshall. Or 70, yeah. I don't know why I said 76. I meant 74. Payment is going out tomorrow. Okay. Just got to remember what for now. I'm sure I have it written down, just it's not in front of me. Yeah, I hear he's 76. Then you'll have someone that comes in and be like, why are you calling him 76? It's 74. I need to get a list of all the commands because I don't remember all of them. I thought there was an exclamation commands, but I don't know if there is or not. Just wait till it sticks. A little over halfway with the box. 27 rolls down. This is roll 28. Yeah, I thought there was a way to do that, but guess not. Gamble slots, duel, and heist. So it throws out the slot games, but I thought there was a way to do all the commands. I thought there was one like, you know, for the top hours, top points, but I thought they had one that showed all the different commands that you could use. Guess not. We found more buffaloes than 24s. Yeah, I would love to see a V-nickel. The only time I ever found one is my very, very, very first box I ever hunted. I found a V-nickel and a buffalo nickel, but I did not find the war nickel. But not all boxes can be like our first hunt. Just like it's taken many years for me to finally hit that 64 quarter. I finally did that on Saturday. I'm going to say it was because of my son, because he's the one that unwrapped the roll and said, he's the first one that ever found a commemorative coin also. The only commemorative coin I found was a 83, 82, I think it was 83. George Washington birthday or something that was a 90% commemorative proof. So yeah, I think it was an 80, which I want to say 82, but I can't remember for certain. But when I found it, first I thought it was a foreign, and then I flipped it over, and because I was like, well, this is weird. And when I flipped it over, I saw it was US. I'm like, what? Because I found lots of commemorative Balboas. Hey, William E. Unfortunately, I can't clone boxes. If I could, I would clone this for you. And David Rubin, welcome. I don't know if I saw you earlier or not, but And this one is another 50s. 54. That makes 8 from the 50s. But still hiding one nickel, hopefully. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's a little better. Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. I was putting it on the board and forgot to put it on. Gatita. Can't forget Gatita. And GMT. Sweet. Deeds also had it. I could put 76 on. I've got to stop saying 76 before it actually sticks. Gotcha. All right, now we've got 48 names on the wheel. First one of the night, kind of damaged, but it's a 2009. $45 of them are 74. Well, I can actually tell you 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. '74 also got the drink rate. Well, while you're doing that, I'm just going to show that one there. Another 09. You can tell from a mile off. Hopefully. It's funny because usually I find more 09s than 24s. With binoculars, sure. That makes it easier though. I think the 09s are slightly lower. They're both in the like 30 million or something like that. But I want to say the 09s are just a little bit 09, but not by much, yeah. Seems like one of them is like 31 or something, the other one's like 35. Say 1954. Another for the 50s. That really 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 9 from the 50s. I was beginning to wonder if I read that wrong. Let's see. '53. I think 53 is all I see, unless I'm blind. That was Brian R. But if you guys see something else, obviously. New Marshall had 53. Good to know. Yep. Yeah, it's the reason 09 is lower is because when the market and everything crashed, they basically said stop making them. $24p is right at 80 million. Huh. What's the 24D is at it's only like 35 million or something, isn't it? Yeah, 09s are lower. I don't usually pay close attention to 09 or Phillies because I never find them. I honestly don't know if I found any 09s ever. Or Phillies. on 09s or 24s. My 2025 Denver nickels are the ones that are still waiting to be scanned. So hopefully they don't file a claim with eBay and but at least I did let the person know. Because one of the guys who had bought some of my 2025 Denver halves had messaged me like 3 days or so and asked, have you sent that out yet? And I was like, yeah, they just don't scan it usually. I was like, you should see it pop up in Vegas. And that afternoon it popped up in Vegas. But this one's been 4 days and there's nothing. Which concerns me. Yeah, I think Dimes was another one that they ordered production stop. Because with the economy crashing, they were like, we're not going to need as many. $41 likes. But we'll see. 2009 Dimes was collectively like 150 million. Yeah, I don't know the mintages on that, but I think there was a couple of the coins that they said stop making them. But I do see 09 Dimes. So there's still probably a ton of them. Red Book, yeah. I just don't have mine out. I gotta get a new one anyway. $96. Denver is $45. Okay. Yeah. So that was the one where they ordered stoppage. Are the 09 Dimes worth anything more than usual? Like the 09 and 24 nickels. But is there anything like that with the Dimes on those? Because I've honestly never paid attention to Dimes. I was gonna say, it doesn't seem like there is, but I know the West Point ones is. That's obviously because it's West Point. 23 rolls left. Come on. Give me a second here. It did one of those unfocused things. I hate it because it'll be in focus, I'll move my hand, then it goes out of focus, and then I don't know it's out of focus until I see it in chat. Just see. I like it when a box takes longer than the normal ones. It means we're finding lots of good stuff. Yum. I think that's probably good. $54. We're in double digits. I think I saw 2 with 54. Coin Cody and Maple Leaf. Just a second, let me get it in focus. It's kind of cool that we're in double digits for I mean 50s, but still. Eyes are getting tired because it's harder to see these numbers. Another 64. Not the most 64s I found in a night, but still quite a few. Finish this roll up and we'll flip it. About 10 coins. Hey, Vincent. If you want to get a guess in real quick, I'll let you get in before I flip it. No. I saw Scott, but no Vincent. Okay, well, I'm flipping it. Got a 58. We've had a few of those tonight. Number 11. And let's see. I saw some 58s. Lyle. Joseph. 74. William E. Lyle Joseph and William E, it looks like. Let's try this again. NJC. $74, Lyle, Joseph, William E, and JC then. Okay. This is roll 40. I've got Lyle. Actually, I think he was the first one I saw on the list. You might want to refresh. Joey, we're past the guessing on that one. And if you're getting in on the next one, I won't see it because it'll be way far up. So yes, it would be good to refresh. Tonight we've been having a lot of people guess exactly on And so far, I think it's still 74 deeds that is going to get the oldest of the box if it stays this way. Yep, that's what I show. If you got the drink and the year, it looks like. And smoker. Okay. Got to remember to add the drinks on the wheel. Sometimes I add them on right then, and tonight I didn't. There we go. Mountain Dew. Nope, tonight it's Shirley Temple Zero. Yeah, you can guess. You certainly can. I'm just going to put those drinks on while I'm thinking about it right now, which was 74 and Smoker. There we go. Now I think I have it on there. But yeah, you can guess, Joey, because anytime we have one of these, you can guess. The only time that you wouldn't be able to guess is if you weren't here. So you might just want to make sure you're refreshed. Joey's disqualified. I've done really well on guesses and not hit on the wheel, and other times had one spot and one. Yep, that's how it goes. All right. I think we'll unwrap this, and then should be time to flip. That's an interesting one. I'll have to take a look at that one. This one is a 41. We finally got another from the 40s. Get that on the board. I think we had 3 or 4 people. Let's see. I see Smoker. No. Yeah. No. Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, Smoker, Cody, and 74. And oh, was there a Brian R2 then? See, that's why I have you guys. Because I didn't notice his. That's good. See, when I unwrap the roll, if it'll focus, you can see that it was like, is that like a super old one worn, or is it just damage? Fortunately, it's just damage. It's a 2016. Hey, you're good, Michael. Even just stopping in to say hi is better than not. We got a second 63 Philly. It's a check for TDR. You gotta share if you win. Still no power and phone. Dang it. Told everybody that you probably wouldn't be in here because you lost power at 3 o'clock in the morning and your time, and wasn't probably going to get it back until at least 11 o'clock. So hopefully you're not relying on electric, but hopefully you can stay warm. BH is clear up in North Canada. Clear over on the eastern part. Nova Scotia, I believe. So he's 3 hours ahead of me. So that would have been midnight and then 8. So doesn't sound like we'll be getting it on by then. No power until 6 p.m. Man. That completely sucks. So 6 p.m., that would be 3 p.m. for me tomorrow. Alrighty. I was kind of wondering that. I'm like, is there a lot of snow up there for the reason it went out? Like a big storm or just wind or... Yeah, usually these are going to be in the 50s or lower, so if you want to re-guess your 62, you're welcome to. Just kind of give you a fair heads up that usually it's in the 50s. Very seldom do I throw one in that's different. Okay, we got Garrett's in and Scott's in. Okay. And I got Mike in. It's a 59. Doesn't want to focus, but let's get that one on the board. You're going to have a whole roll of just 50s. Anybody get 59? Got 58s. Looks like just 58s. 6 inches of heavy snow. Yeah. All right, well, we'll get the 58s on there. Let's see. Joseph. $74. Joey. JC. Michael Rose. Smoker. I vote to void this guess. Here we go. Yep, I had you down as a 1958, Joey, which means your name gets on the wheel, and we have a new nickel to guess. That's true, the minute marks can go up, but usually I only put the fines on the board, which is 50s or older, so... Got a second one out of this roll to guess. One, two, three. 6 rolls left after I finish this part. Yes, very great box. What are we up to now? 2, 3, 7, 19, 22, 23, and 24. It's one of those things that sometimes a box can have a couple of buffaloes and no wars, or a couple of wars and no buffaloes, and I can't even remember what the dates were on these. 54. And there's the new one. Get this updated. And I know we had a few. Let's see, 54s. We had New Marshall, KJ. Oh, let me get to... Gatita, my guess. And Joey Brown again. And Joey, you've got the last two exactly on. You got a couple names on the wheels now. I almost overlooked yours because you put the 19 in front, and that always throws us off. But it's however you want to do it. We got a new one out of this new roll. We're still finding them. It hasn't died off. Since I think we're probably good. Get your last guesses in for this one because I've got the other one I've still got to flip over. I know. Like I said, it's just sometimes you get overlooked some with the 19. This one's in the 40s. It's a 46, I believe. Yep, 46. Here's the new one. Get that one on the board. And 46s. Everybody was guessing in the 50s. 46, that one's 6 years off. Crafty's 6 years off. 74 was only 4 years off. 74 in VMC, it looks like. Because they were both 4 away with 1950. There was a 1940, but that was further off. Not great at math. I'm one of those that likes math. I hope so, because that's part of what I do all day. Is my job is math stuff. Be right back. Alrighty. Not necessarily math, but numbers, accounting stuff. Engineering math, but not yearly. Yeah, I was always good at like math in Science, I hated English. I did just enough to get by because I absolutely hated English. It's not really math if you're just guessing numbers. Well, hopefully we're not just guessing numbers at my work. 53. That would be bad if I'm guessing numbers at work. I know in here you're not, but hey, we got Scott. C, exactly on. So that's why I always do the initials, because we got a couple Scotts. Just Scott with 53, I think. Only Scotty, the hex didn't work. Here's a 75, but it was not a high D. I do check for those also. And I always do flip them over, as I stated before, because sometimes you can have a proof that does not look like a proof because it is so beat up. Back later than you thought. Yeah, that's okay. Three more rolls left after this one. I just need to leave this thing up here tonight. The box has gotten some loan. We're at 45 likes. Getting to the 50. So if you're in there and you're lurking and you haven't pressed the like, hopefully you do, because then you can get into a drawing for the 50 likes. All right. A lot of love. I was wondering if it was love, but I was like, loan? That doesn't, not sure. All right, I'm going to unwrap this roll and then we'll flip it. So get your last guesses in. Nope, that jumped. We'll do this and then we'll do the giveaway for 50 likes. It's another 54. 54s are kind of popular tonight. I know we saw some. Let's see. We got Brian R. Vincent. Emmeline Gatita. Joey Brown yet again. Queen Cody. Brian, Vincent, MLN, Gatita, Joey, and Cody is what I heard, or have. And now we'll do that. Yeah, I got Maple Leaf. I put him in as MLN just so I don't type it all out. Because I just don't want to type Maple Leaf Numismatic. AG's in the house again. You're just in time for the 50 like giveaway. Exclamation GAW, get you in. Anybody in there? Even if you're lurking, you can do that. It's open to anybody. The only one it would not be open to would be Captain Vic, because he got the 25 like. MLN is good with you? Yeah. That's like when it's just like I go by DHC most of the time. I mean, that's what I put on my stickers and stuff is DHC. So I usually like on the things it's can't hit keys as hard. Exclamation GAW. It is New Marshalls tonight, and the next two are his. He bought 3 of them. He's going to get some 5-ounce rounds and just decided to go that way. Thanks, Jimmy. And we've got 29 people in. We're going to pick a winner. Joe Minnick. So I know you've won before, but I can always send you that screenshot I have, and also goes through some more at the end of the night, as usual. I got 2 rolls left. What's funny is that one night that we had like 60-something likes, by the end of the stream, when I ended, Indian Head sent, I've got lots of them. You're talking that one. Yep. I sure do. If that's what you want, I can get that to you. I know I've sent at least one thing to you, but still, best thing is email me and just confirm what you want, like 50 likes and IHP round or whatever, and then I will, and of course your address too is always good, but I try to keep them for those that, when I say don't worry about the email, usually it's like a mod and I'm already ready to send them stuff or something, or it's someone's roll or a box, or they bought some rounds or whatever. But it's always good to have that record. That way I can be like, yep, he won. Last roll. Nothing silvery looking, but sometimes it's a surprise. Got Shirley Temple 0-7-Up, which is now empty. Because there's been some that have been like discolored, and at first you think, ooh, but then it's like, no, that's not silvery looking, it's just gray looking. And so I look at it and nope. Thank you, Joe. Sorry, I'm kind of off the screen a little bit. Yeah, a couple of those buffaloes were kind of surprising. I came across them and I'm like, I'm not going to hold all my nickels. Frank finds stuff. He's doing a bag of nickels and has pulled a V and 16 buffaloes so far in an hour. Nice. Let me write that down. Sounds familiar, but who knows if I've watched it before. I've watched so many of them sometimes. Yes, alright, let's go through some of these. These are 63s, so we're going to look for triple die reverse. Frank won't share bank either. Well, it's one of those that if you want to come down to where my banks are, you'll be driving a long ways. I don't know, but he did a show 3 years ago and said about the penny being stock minted. Well, they've talked about getting rid of it before, and it just never did anything, just like daylight savings. They always talk about it, but nothing ever comes about it. So they've talked about it before, about getting rid of it and doing like what Canada did. I'm going to look at that one a little closer here in a second. Man, that would have been a nice one. Why did I keep a Philly out? Was it a 63? No, it's a 64. Guess I just wanted to make sure my eyes were working. Because this one does have like damage on it, but that's damage. Because we have all those circle of deaths and stuff on it. Alrighty. We got a 54. Nope. There we go. 54, 53, a 54, 59, 58, 54, 54, 54, a 55, 53, 57, 54, 58, 57, 59. I'm going to get 2 of these out because I want to shove all of them into one thing. Just writing all these on the envelope. Alright, so there's all those. The 40s. You're very welcome. 46, 41, 41, 41, and a 46. We got 1 from the 30s. 39. We got 2 09s. A 24. And the stars of the show, a dated 36, out of Philly, and the older one, it's out of Philly also, and that is a 25. So you found a 20s, a 30s, a 40s, a 50s. I think we got all that. 1, 2, 15, 5, 1, and 2. Now they'll all fit. I'm going to have to make one up for you with all your stuff in it. I think I've got it right down here, but I do usually try to send these in a plastic bag in case if for some reason they rip open. You don't have nickels everywhere. And I'm definitely going to have to get a box for you because this is not going to hold it all. Right now I just have everything in here just to kind of keep it together. But I have your spaceship, your owl, that one, the eye, that round that you won, night 1. So, like I said, that's figure easier to ship them all at once and just put them all together. And yours will probably end up being in some kind of box also because this one's for VMC and it is 1 pound 5 ounces, and it would not fit in the thing bag. The oldest of the night was, let's see, I think it was 74. That was a 30. Deeds at 26. That was New Marshall's box. No, this one I already had. I just hadn't got it sent out yet. Alrighty. Because I was like, why do I still have VMC stuff? I had no idea why I didn't send it out. Type in wheel if you want to get an extra name on the wheel. Let's see. I got Garrett C, AG, VMC, Vincent C, Joseph Wells, Mike S, 74, Smoker, Brian R, David Canham, Joey Brown, Gatita, Captain Vic, New Marshall, KJ, Jominic William E, NC, Michael R, Renee and me, Fleabag, Scott C, Thomas Wells, where was I? Let's see, Jominic, William E, Thomas Wells, Bellows Forge, MLN. Did I guess a year? No. 74 had 1926, so he was only one off. Deeds can't get on the wheel. Colorado Coins, Scott C, B Collector. I think that's everybody. We have 113 names. Let's see how many times you were on the wheel. It was 113, 112, or 102. So you had 11 names. All right, so Captain Vic and Joe Minnick won gauze. So since it's the regular part of the stream, we'll do an EOS. Again, I can email you that, and I'll go through some of these other ones. It's kind of getting a little bit low. Oh, Captain Vic said don't tread on me. Cap Vic, are you here? This is the one that you were talking about? Because I don't think I have one that's non-colorized anymore. I'll double check. Okay. I just like to... Because I think of one I have on the screenshot is... that's yours for when you win? Well... Still got two. Some of these other ones that I've got a Bitcoin. I've also got non-colorized. I've got a pirate. Fear the Jackalope. Mythical creature from where I grew up. American Eagle colored. Air Force. You would like a pirate? Okay. Because these are ones that I don't have on my screenshot, are the ones that I'm kind of going over. And I'll just go through more, so those that are here and waiting to win. Let's see, Air Force, got a 73 Winchester, Men in Arms and Safety in Numbers, America, One Nation Under God, USS Constitutional Ironsides, Happy Halloween, Abominable Snowman, The Jersey Devil, COVID-19 2020 Pandemic Survivor, Seeded. I have not got another one yet. I've been looking for them, but I can't get them for less than 30, which means by the time I get them shipped and sent to me, and then me turn around and sell them, I'd have to be selling them for at least 40. And that would be basically maybe making $2. Indian head, buffalo. I've also got an Indian with a buffalo on the back, a different seeded. So that's some of them. I've got lots. So if you win, I can go through more. I do have a few different Trumps. I have a Trump MAGA hat, Trump portrait, a Trump assassination attempt. I also have those with that. That was very nice. Yes. And everything else is on there except for the Bitcoin is non-colorized. All right. Fleabag. Congratulations. Email me, dadhuntscoins@gmail.com. Send me your screen name and name you want on the envelope, and your address, and I will get that sent out to you. And again, I can email you this one. This is different ones that I have. So not sure if you're familiar with it. Number 1 is the front, underneath it's the back. Number 2 is the front, underneath it's the back, etc. Down at the bottom, 29 is the front, next to it's the back. 30, the front, next to it's the back. I'm out of Morgan's. So the number 30 I know is gone. So just be aware of that. And I think there's another one that's gone. I think number 23 I'm out of. 24 I'm out of. 17 is the rifle one now instead of the gun, I believe. So there's a few that are out of date. But you're welcome, Fleabag. So anyway, like I said, I can email that one to you, or I can show you some more of these. The other ones I have are Walking Liberties, Buffalo Rounds, (1907) Indian, a 1911 Indian, It takes a week to update, but if you factor in the hours that are from last week, and tonight I'll be about, I think, 2,700 or 2,800. Buffalo's good? Okay. Let's make sure we get you a gooder one. So I do have two different kinds. This one is, oh, that one's popping out. I'll have to put a new one. This one is more of a matte, kind of like a proof look. And this one is just all shiny. Is there one that you prefer over the other? We'll call it the proof and regular. Regular? Okay. Because I have got lots of those. I have got all of those ones, plus all of those ones. Let me see. The regular one, you said, non-proof. That one there. There you go. So yeah, just send me an email, dadhuntscoins@gmail.com. I'll get that sent out. I send them out in a card, so it'll be taped to it, and then it's in an envelope. And then I seal the edges, so it is quite, I don't want to say difficult, but okay, I'll look at those VMC and then hold off on your box, or do you want me to ship your box? It's up to you. Because I can ship what I have now, and then once you get that one, I can do that, or I can just make a bigger box. Either way is fine. The Morgan, I know I don't have a Morgan. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check though. But send box. Okay. I kind of figured that's what you want, because like I said, I had forgot about that. So I know I have the Indian head, the Weedy, the one I have. I don't think I have a SVDB, but I have that one. Let me check what the picture was. Yeah, I'll go through them and then send you a picture and see if those are the ones that you're talking about. Because like I said, it's a little outdated. Number 21. Oh, the Statue of Liberty. Instead of Morgan, I can do that. Alright, so I got the Statue of Liberty. I'm just getting them out while I'm seeing. I got an Indian head. one's got some toning. Let me get you a different one. Those have all got toning on it. That one's got toning on it. That one looks like the best one. They do make the 1 ounce 09 SVDB, but not the other one, I think. I don't know. Alright, so I got the Indian head for you. A Merc dime. On the piece dollar, I've got 2 different ones. Same thing with kind of like that buffalo. I've got one that's kind of a proof look and one that's regular. Backs are kind of the same way. The eagle has got more of a little bit of a proof look. And so, don't know if there's a particular one you want, regular or non-proof. Okay. The Winchester. .73 rifle. Changed out the Statue of Liberty. That was, did I put it? Yes. So the Weedy and the Merc. Let me see if make this bigger so I can see it. The Merc is number 33. And then the wheat scent one. So I've got that wheat scent one, and the back is just the mint on it. So if you want that one, let me know. We can always switch them out too. So I'm looking at my picture and I'm not seeing a regular one. Now I know I'm out of a few of these. Just looking to see if I have any number for the wheat scent one. Because right now that's the only one that I have. Just double checking here. I've tried to find some more 09S VDB ones, but I haven't been able to get any of them, because I would even take a whole tube if I found those. But again, a lot of them want like $3 each now. Yeah, and the Merc Dime. The regular. Oh, the regular one was the one you. The Merc. Okay. Sorry, misunderstood you. So, did you want that Lincoln with, or the Wheat Penny? Because again, that's the only kind I have right now. If you don't, let me know. I'm just double checking, because I know I had some at one point, but I think those are all been given out. Yeah, none there, none there. Buffalo Walker, IHP, Trump, those. I'll set those ones off to the side.
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. Your son.
Alright, I'm back. That was my kids. For the newer ones in here. And I'll get those in the mail tomorrow. Just typing in that address so I can print it tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, so when my kids call, I just mute it and talk to them. But they call me every night to say goodnight, and so that's what they do. If you don't have a weedy, a buffalo will work. Yeah, the regular wheat scent I don't have. I just have that one. But I do have plenty of buffalo rounds. Let me get one out of my... So I've got that one, since this one is, like I said, a part of it. So I have Joseph, Fleabag, 74, Captain Vic as winners tonight. All right, let's see. Will you show them? Yeah, the buffalo and the and then the other ones, I've got the Merc Dime, the rifle, the piece, the Indian scent, Statue of Liberty, and then the regular buffalo or the half scent. I've got those there for you. Keep thinking. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not fond of that Lincoln, but, you know, like I said, I kind of take what I can get for decent prices, so now everything's gone up, so it's like, I wish I could have loaded up on a few more of those. But I'll keep looking. You're welcome. So we got John, got Freeman, 240 Captain Vic. Yeah, a few of those, it's like, I like the Peace Dollar. I like more of the proof looking ones. I can't wait until you get Super Chat. Yeah. Right now, the only way to do that is the tip, which if you wanted to go through that way and pay that way, you're welcome to. Plus, they don't keep 70%. Yeah. YouTube takes 30% of all Super Chats, Super Stickers. But the one that New Marshall put up is a lot less. But getting close, because right now I was... $2,476. And another 120, 107. Tonight, not sure what tonight is, but as of Saturday, once it updates, it's 2,700. So I'll probably be about 2,800 after tonight. So, and then however long it takes for them to say, yep. Yeah. When I first started streaming, of course, I was smaller and I'd get like 40 hours a stream. Then it went up to like 60 and then 80, and then now I'm into the 100, 120 areas. So, and 75, I gotta write that down. And since I'm sort of backed up a little bit, if you want, I can probably start streaming on some Monday nights also. So if you have a box and you're interested in having it done on a Tuesday, it is Monday, yeah. Because right now I do Mondays and Thursdays, but I think I can probably put a Tuesday in if no one's really streaming or anything. Doesn't say doing a channel like this, it's harder to get into a lot of people's stuff. So But yeah, all that. I'll get those sent out tomorrow. Fleabag and Joe Minnick, and Captain Vic, I think he probably sent one to me. And yeah, I'm doing a lot better than. But yeah, since I'm kind of getting booked quite a ways out, I'm thinking maybe doing some Tuesday nights also. Yeah. So I guess it's up to if people would rather have theirs on a Tuesday, you can always get in on Tuesday instead of. No, the wolf it's that was bought a while ago. The ones I have right now are I did get this new one in. I've got an Aurora Borealis, Grand Canyon, Sahara, Niagara, Amazon, and Mount Everest. Yeah, I appreciate it. It helps out a ton. You said you had the Niagara. So yeah, I have. Those ones. Some of them I've got plenty of, like the Grand Canyon. I think I've got 7 or 8 or something like that. I think the Niagara is the only one I have that's the only one left. I can hold them up to the side for you. And like I said, you can do box scents where you get a 5-ounce and instead of a penny or nickel pack or whatever. See ya, AG. Appreciate it. And I can always do, like, if you want to do a bunch of hunts, I could always just do a kind of a double hunt also. Like a 2 boxes on one night type thing also. I don't mind staying up late for that. And then my other ones, I wish I had more of those Memorial Day ones, but right now I don't. And just to let you guys know, I did find out that these are only 3 ounces, same as this. See, this one says 100 grams. This one does not say that anywhere. But I found out that that's a 3 ounce, not a 5 ounce. I had the opportunity to buy like 32 of these or something, but I don't think I want 32 of them. Yeah, I like the witch ones, but it just sucks that I didn't know that they weren't 5-ounces. That's true. Because if I can get them low enough, I can be able to sell them for about $15. It's one of my lower end ones, but even though they're only 3-ounce, they're still about almost the same prices. But if I can get like 32, I might be able to get them for a few bucks cheaper and bring them down. But right now I'm looking at if I get any, they're because I factor it in before I buy them to see what it's going to cost me with shipping plus tax, because copper is not considered a precious metal in Utah. So copper gets charged taxes, and then once I get it, then I kind of have to factor in my cost, like if you pay, PayPal or Cash App or whatever, and then basically make enough to make a buck or two. So right now it's looking at about 15 if I can get some. But I try to dollar cost average, so sometimes, if I can get more, I bring them down as just an overall price. But I do have these other ones, Veterans Day. Pour some gravy on me. Labor Day. A dragon. Full transparency, the side did break off, but I taped it in case if you wanted to glue it or something, take it out and glue it. Pirate mermaid. A UFO. I've got the 5-ounce of those. Alien with glowing eyes. Gargoyle. We've got something like 17 of those or something. Kraken. A Barbosa. Aztec calendar. I do have one without a case that I'd be willing to drop like $1.50 just because of the case. I don't have one. Astronaut. Phoenix. An eyeball. Steampunk. So I think those are all the ones that aren't duplicates I have in this box. These ones over here are duplicates. Did I have a spider over here? Nope. So I also have a spider. Yeah. So Queen Hunts Texas, it looks like is streaming. If you guys want to find his channel, and everybody can run over there. Yeah, you are welcome. Seeing if I can find a Coin Hunts Texas. Grab his link. So that is Coin Hunts, Texas. Thing 74. I'm just going to set these off to the side for you. Like I said, I've got duplicates on some of them. I've also got an owl. I've also got the times up. There you go. Oh, not much, just looking at some of the 5-ounce rounds, and I posted a link for Coin Hunts, Texas. Okay. So you can hop on over on that link I posted and raid Coin Hunts, Texas if you'd like. And to that, I will say we will see you later. If you want me to stream on a Monday or something for you, or a Tuesday, let me know. Or if you want me to do like a double box, that sort of thing, 2 in one night, I can also do that. So, any ideas? So, all right. Check out Coin Hunts, Texas, and we'll see you Thursday. Thanks for coming.